Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today, well, we're going to be diving into Botania and getting some stuff done. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, today we are jumping back into Botania, but first, let's go over some cool things. I went ahead and manually updated Industrial Foregoing. So, I did update it to its latest version. Apparently, there was a nice little patch, which is super nice, which... now, it makes this work. As you can see, a lot of people are telling me in the comments that, hey, it doesn't work because there's a block in front of it. Well, that's not exactly the case because mobs should be able to spawn where the area that is shown is at. So that means that mobs will, and I tested it even outside, yesterday or in the last episode, and it wasn't working at all. Apparently, what the problem was if you gave it power, it wouldn't work. But if you didn't give it any power, it would work. I was giving it both, so I didn't know. But I updated, and bam, it is now working. So I have creepers in there at the moment, and I can turn this on, and you're going to see creepers spawning inside the spawn area, and then this is going to crush them, generating that gunpowder, sending it over, as you can see right over there, and also sending the fluid back into here, sort of recycling a little bit of fluid. It doesn't give you exactly the amount. It does seem like every spawn attempt, it uses about a bucket of essence, which is awesome. But each mob it kills only gives you about 100 millibuckets each time it kills one of these guys. So keep that in mind. It would take 10 mobs to basically refill another mob spawn worth. And you may only get one mob spawn. Depends on how large of an area you have it set up to work with. And it may work better if you have efficiency upgrades and stuff in here. I don't know if those probably help it use less fluid, potentially. But we can now farm any mob we want, which is great. Right now I have creepers in there. I was just farming a little bit of gunpowder. We can farm blazes, which I don't really want to do as we have a mass blaze farm already. But if we wanted to double up on our production, we could always, of course, spawn some more blazes. There's all kinds of stuff we can spawn. Anything that drops different materials, like Quark has a mob. If we can get a hold of one of those, we can spawn one of those, which would be really nice to have, at least for a little while. So I'm going to keep my eye open, but Botania is the focus of today. As you can see, we have a lot of mana pools. And, well, to get started, we are going to need to dive right into Botania. So what are we going to do today? I want, at least the goal, is to get the Gaia Guardian, or get the Gaia, not Gaia Guardian, or Gaia Portal. It's not called that. Wow, my brain is like all warped. We need to get the portal to the Alfheim dimension, which is not really a dimension, even though it'd be really cool if someone would make an add-on that actually lets you go to that dimension, if it's not already made. We do have an add-on already added on here, which is the Mystic Botany, which is really cool. But we don't have enough mana exactly for that. We need to make something else called the agglomeration plate, or the terrestrial agglomeration plate. So this right here is going to require all these runes, and that's going to require a runic altar, which is very simple to make. It is a setup like this with a diamond, a mana diamond, and of course we can toss a mana diamond into a mana pool. Voila, and we have exactly what we need. Runic altar. I like to place it on top of here. I feel that this kind of like fits into each other in that way. I'm also going to need my wand, and I'm just going to go ahead and just connect a couple of these up to the actual altar. Now I need to make these runes, and runes, they're not horrible to make. And as you can see, we do have some extra ones. But like these runes, you just need to place all of the items in, and I'll show you that once I get them all picked out of my inventory. So now that I have all my items ready to go, all I'm going to do is now put them in my inventory here. And we're going to start off with the air rune first, or the water rune, sorry, which is going to be a fishing rod, sugarcane, bone mill, and then it's going to be 1 mana powder and 1 mana steel ingot. Once we have those in, our mana should start to send it to the altar. Our mana spreader should start sending it to the altar now. At least the ones we have linked. As you can see, they're already full. It's already ready to go. Once it's at this point, we hit it with a living rock. Like that. and we should be able to hit it with the Wand of the Forest. And there we go. So as you can see, all of that completed. Now we move on to the next one, which is going to be the Fire Rune, which is going to be Nether Wart, Gunpowder, and Nether Brick. All of these are just the building blocks of all of the different rune types. Now, the thing is, later on, we are going to use runes inside of this altar to make other runes. And good thing is those runes won't be used. They actually get thrown back out when the recipe's done. However, over here, if you use a rune inside of a Petal Apothecary, that rune will be used. So that is just a little fun fact to keep in mind when you're messing around with stuff. When you think that you're going to need a rune in the Runic altar, keep in mind that it will automatically give it back to you, which is pretty nice. So now that I have all of the runes ready to go, we can take this even further and get ourselves the agglomeration plate. It's going to require a little bit of lapis and some mana steel. There we go. And other than that, we have ourselves an agglomeration plate. Now, I believe I want to place this thing right here, right where I have this set up. I think this is going to be a good spot for it. Now, you don't want to put this too far away. I have made the mistake in the past of wanting to have this, you know, relatively far away. Like I wanted it like in a different room or something. And it has a limit, like, or at least it doesn't have a limit, but the mana sparks that I want to make, those do have a limit. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. But we're going to need living rock, and we're also going to need some more lapis lazuli. There we go. We don't actually need a lot of lapis. I believe the lapis is going to go in the, not where I'm placing it here. It's going to go like this. I've built this thing so many times. I should have this kind of remembered. But it goes like this, and then the agglomeration plate slaps right in the middle. Now, now that I have that done, I should be able to head over here and make some sparks. Sparks are really cool, by the way. And we're going to need 4 of them, or sorry, 5 of them. Because the sparks basically are like mana spreaders, except for they act really fast. So if I have a spark on top of here, and there's mana nearby, and this needs mana, and there's a spark on top of these mana pools, basically this spark is going to pull from these mana pools right here. And you can see if they're linked by using your wand here and right-clicking on them. You can see that they are connected, at least all connected to one another, and all heading into this direction. Now, we do have 4 mana pools completely filled, which is really nice. I'm going to go ahead and set these back to go to the main area here. There we go. And now, let's go ahead and get this thing rocking and rolling, right? So what we're going to need is a piece of mana steel. We're going to need a diamond. Oh, we got so many diamonds. And then we're going to need an ender pearl. So all of these items need to be converted into their mana counterparts like this. And then we right click this here, here, and here. And this is going to make Terra steel. You can see all that mana just rushing over to this spark. And then bam, we have a piece of Terra steel. Now I was looking, I believe there's some new Botania stuff. I was taking a look inside the guide here, and there's some new mana stuff that is in here, along with, of course, the mythic botany. But I noticed there's like a slingshot, and I don't remember there being a slingshot in here, but I did see that that was a thing, like a mana slingshot. I don't know exactly what it does. I'm assuming it flings mana. There's also the mana blaster, but that's been around for a while. And there's some cool building tools. The assembly halo is really cool. I want to get into some of those things, but let's go ahead and get this portal set up. We are going to need some mana to be spread into a mana spreader. And I want my portal to be, I think, on this wall. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that is actually going to take, because it's not too crazy. So portal frame, I believe if we look at living wood, we need glimmering living wood. We're going to need 3 of these. We're going to need some regular living wood itself. And then we're also going to need the core. Let's see. I think it's called the core. Yeah, the gateway core, the Elven gateway core. So we're going to need the nuggets. So basically converting that one piece of Terra steel into its nugget counterparts. And then we're going to use the Terra steel nuggets for this, the Natura pylons. Now, because we did some testing early on with the mana pylons, we actually went ahead and made those. So we already have those at our disposal. So it should be pretty easy to go ahead and make these Natura pylons, right? All right, so now that we have that, we are going to need 2 mana pools. And I'm just going to simply do this. We're going to go ahead and build this thing. It's not too crazy to build. And then I'm going to show you where to place your things. So this portal, it's going to kind of look like this. The gateway core is going to go in the middle. We have 2 here. We're going to place living wood here, 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 and here. And everywhere else is going to be the glimmer wood. So this is pretty much the portal. Now, I do like to put mana pools right here in the corners. And then on top of those, I like to put the Natura pylons on top. That is how this should look. Pretty similar to this. Now, I should be able to take at least this one, maybe link it to that, this one, link it to this one. I don't think I'm going to be able to link too many others, but that should at least get those running for right now. And we'll provide them for a while. Now, I'm going to go ahead and like force feed them or force fill them by throwing this in here and then switching this to sparing mana to mana tablets. And these only need a little bit, maybe an eighth each, an eighth mana pool filled to be able to open this portal up. And once I get this portal open, that's when some fun stuff can start happening with Botania. So after filling my mana pools, all I got to do now is right click here. And there we go. We have the portal to Alfheim lit. Now, first things first, throwing our book in there and it spits it back out. And now we have the Lexica Botania, but it now has the knowledge of the Elven people. So, as you can see, it's been certified Elven grade. We're ready to go. It talks a little bit about how you sent the book over there, and they kind of inscribed their knowledge into it. And now we know the ritual of the Gaia. So we have the ability technically to summon the boss. But before we do any of that sort of thing, I'm not going to do that today. We can take a look at some of the things that we've unlocked. Like we have some different swords, different things that we can use. A lot of people wanted me to go over the corporeal network, which is kind of complicated in a sense. We really don't need it as we have refined storage. But if you were doing something just Botania, it's kind of like an item storage, but you use chat to pull the items out of it. It's its own thing. If you want to pause and read some of this, you can definitely read it. There's a lot to it, and it requires sparks and all kinds of stuff. So if you want to break down and read what these are, there you go. But I'm more interested in that Flugel Tiara. The Flugel Tiara can pretty much be obtained after you beat the Gaia Guardian boss for the first time. And I think the best way to beat it is by upgrading our armor. There, of course, are ways to go about defeating this guy. But we need to prep for that, because it is a pretty major boss battle. And even with gear and stuff that we have, like our jetpack, we can pretty much kiss that goodbye. We don't need it anymore. The free runners, we really don't need either. So we really need a good set of armor. And the Botania armor that we have on is nice and all, but I think we should upgrade to the next tier Botania armor. So to upgrade our armor, all we're going to need to do is toss these mana steel ingots in here. And for 2 mana steel, we are going to get ourselves some elementium ingots. And these actually have quite a few uses. We can make some elementium shears. Now, the good thing is if we make this armor or the tools, they're going to be repaired with mana that we have stored in our mana tablet. So all of this is definitely worth getting. And probably we should move into the Sojourner Sash as well, making this. Oh yeah, we have all the stuff to make the Sojourner Sash. Let's actually make that. Let's see. Sash. There we go. We can probably get this. Now, there are different types of sashes, I should say. This one kind of, the longer you sprint, the faster you can go. But overall, this one's pretty nice. I believe it gives you quicker speed and auto step up, which is completely defeats the need for the free runners. Like, this alone is much, much better. So even just carrying it in our inventory is great. And so long as we have some mana in our mana tablet, that is awesome as well. But this gets stored in our belt slot, which something may be in our belt slot. Don't actually know. Belt. Oh, our heart charm is in our belt slot. I mean, we could probably do with, I mean, actually, I probably want this. I'll just leave this in my inventory. Just another item to have in my inventory, I guess. But yeah, we have this mana tablet, right? We could probably upgrade that as well. Let's see, mana tablet. We can upgrade this to be a mana ring, right? And then this, the next upgrade for it, is a bit more expensive, going to the greater band of mana. And that's just going to require a single piece of Terra still, which we could make. So now that we have a lot of the Elementium, let's go ahead and make the Elementium armor. And this is one of my favorite armor pieces from Botania. I am, like, it's literally my favorite. Not because it's, like, pink, even though it really looks like it is super pink. It's just, it's honestly the most pleasing to the eye for me. I absolutely love this armor. So, let's go ahead and take all of this off and throw this armor on. And we can go ahead and take this off and look at this armor set. I mean, this is my favorite, like literally my favorite armor set. It's so cool. And when you get attacked, little fairies pop out and help fight for you, which is really, really useful as well. So with this armor on, to of course boost our fairy ability, I'm going to need an ender pearl. And then we're going to toss the ender pearl into here and get ourselves some pixie dust. This right here we can use to make another ring, which is going to be the Great Fairy Ring. And if you don't know what this does, of course I can show you here. Basically, it will basically create fairies, little pixies, not fairies, to spawn when I'm basically hit. And yeah, even with no armor equipped. So pretty cool, and I believe it gets a, basically get a little bit of a bonus here. Yeah, plus 2.5 pixie spawn chance while also having this on, which is pretty nice. Now, this right here reduces the mana cost of particular items you're wearing or particular things you're using. So I definitely want to keep this on, but we definitely need to enchant this. This stuff needs to be enchanted, and well, we have an enchanting area to do that. So I should probably put that to use. Before I go enchanting though, I definitely need to make myself 2 more pieces of Terra Steel, as we are going to use these Terra Steel to make ourselves a blade. Yes, I'm going to make the Terra Blade. It is going to be probably one of the better tools for fighting the Gaia Guardian when we actually go to do it. And I also need to get this thing enchanted. So yeah, we're going to have to spend some time enchanting this bad boy. Good thing though, we have a pretty good supply of essence, so enchanting should not be too difficult at all. So over here at the enchantment factory, you can see I am already starting to get this thing enchanted. Let's go ahead and grab some books because yeah, I know we're gonna need to definitely extract some enchantments. So let's go ahead and do this like immediately after enchanting this. I'm not liking what it got on there. So yeah, I'm gonna go through here and find what all is going to be the best enchantments for this and go from there. So one thing that we can use to our advantage is going to be a better potion system. And these incense sticks are really, really good for this. I have some of the best ones right here. Revitalization, we have Fortitude, we have Fleet Feet, which, yeah, Fleet Feet is one I want, and Vigor. Let's see, let's go ahead and go to Botania, incense sticks, and we kind of look at all of them. So the Swift Feet, I definitely want. Let's see, that gives us haste. I don't want haste. I definitely want regeneration, which is the revitalization. And we want it in the second form, and then resistance. So yeah, these are all the ones that I definitely want. So we need to make the brewery. So that is that thing right here. This is the Botania brewery. We can place this down, and we should be able to link some mana spreaders up to this thing. And this is going to accept some mana. I don't think that we can use, I don't think these will hook with, Sparks, will it? Let's see. I don't think Sparks will work, but I'll try a Spark and see. If I place a Spark on top of this. Okay, so I cannot place a Spark on top, so I'm going to assume that that's a no. But it will accept it this way. So, what I'm going to need is some gas tiers, 100%. Most of these things are going to require some gas tiers. So to get those gas tiers, let's go ahead and catch a ghast, and we can use that to our advantage, right? Up here, Remember how I said I was going to catch a ghast so we can spawn them in and, you know, utilize them? Well, I'm definitely going to do that this time. So let me go ahead and get my mob imprisonment tool out of here. And we're going to get ourselves a ghast spawned in. That is going to be fun. So just up here, we have a ghast. And, oh, it's going to be a pain to catch it, but I'm going to try. Oh, that was an ender pearl. Oh, do not use an ender pearl on it. That is not what I want. Oh, wow. Now there's all kinds of ghast all around, which is absolutely crazy. All right, time to go back and spawn them in. So that placing the machine, I should be able to pull the lever and... Oh my. Yeah. That's a thing. I think it's killing them. We have some ghast tears. Oh, when it spawns them in there, it's hilarious. Oh no. Oh no. The sounds are not good. So the reason we need these ghast tears is because we need to make brew sticks, and each one of these sticks, for every one that we end up making, we are going to need a little bit of ghast tears, right? For each one. So we have we have blaze, so that's not a problem. But I am going to need a few of these. So just to make all of these different types, and then also these essence plates. So we're going to need one for each. And I'm probably going to need some more living wood. So logs. Yep, we have a lot of work ahead of us. But all I need is to basically pull out each of those items. I do eventually want to get an automation thing set up for this. Man, so much stuff to do, so little time. I wish I had more time in episodes to be able to do more stuff. Ugh. So I have all the items listed out here, and this shouldn't be too difficult to set up. Basically, we place the incense stick in here, and then, here we go. We'll place the items on, just like that, and then give it some mana, and that should charge this stick. Now, if you look, this lasts 90 minutes. This one lasts 90 minutes. This one lasts 90 minutes. This one lasts 25 minutes. But still, that is plenty of time to be able to fight the Gaia Guardian. So I'm going to get all these prepped up. And we might end up using, I want to kind of use one to show you what it takes, but they're pretty cool. They're definitely worth your time. So in order to make these, it does take a little bit of mana in order to do this, but overall, not too horrible. I mean, you can be working on something else as it's working, as long as you kind of check it from time to time to make sure all this stuff is going. But just to give you a little bit of a perspective, when I hold my wand, you can see how quickly this is actually filling up. And I do have 6 mana spreaders actively focused on it right now. And that's the speed that it's going. It's not too horribly quick, but it'll get the job done. Now, this one is not the one I am really wanting. I should have made the speed one. It would have given me speed 2, but we already have speed 2 anyways. What I want to show, though, is placing this thing down and getting it started, because it's not too difficult to do this either. We need flint and steel. I mean, that's literally all we need. And all we got to do is place it down like right here. Place our incense stick in there. And then light it. And now we should have regeneration 2. Look at that. And we will have regeneration 2 for as long as this is burning, which lasts 25 minutes. Kind of crazy. I don't think there's a way to show it actively working, but or show how much time is left. But I mean, you kind of have to light it, and then we're gonna get this going. We're gonna light this thing, and next episode we're gonna fight the Gaia Guardian, and hopefully get ourselves some creative flight. That's gonna be the ultimate goal with going through Botania. There's some really cool tools. I mean, I've already made the Terra blade, which is super cool. This is like a blade and an arrow all at once. And because of some of the stuff we have, like on our hands right here, we have increased damage dealt. And then we also have, it sets things on fire. So we don't need fire damage on here because it's already a part of our glove. So even things that are hit with this shot get set on fire and also get increased damage on them. All of which are fantastic. And then we also have looting 3, Vorpal, which Vorpal is going to be really nice. That really does put a big chunk of damage down on any of the mobs that we go after, including including the Guy Guardian. So the Guy Guardian is definitely susceptible to the Vorpal damage. Well, guys, I guess we're going to have to fight the Guy Guardian next episode. That is going to have to be the thing, because there's some recipe changes that the other mod, the other Botania add-on kind of changes. But we're going to talk about that next episode. We're going to get that Guardian, or Guy Guardian, destroyed. We are going to completely wreck him. But today, I want to say thanks to the sponsor of the video. And that is going to go to Elijah Missingale, I believe, or Massingale. Thank you so much for your amazing support over on the Patreon. Guys, if you're interested in becoming a Patreon yourself, of course, you can find that link down in the description below. We do have 2 subservers up at the moment, so be sure to check those out. You can join the Discord, link down in the description below. You can find out more information about those there. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a huge thumbs up. Guys, I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next episode, and as always, thanks for watching.